So today I'll be solving the USACO 2023 January Contest Bronze Problem 3 Mu Operations. Because Bessie is bored of playing with her usual text string where the only characters are C, O, and W, Farmer John gives her Q new strings, where Q is in between 1 and 100, where the only characters are M and O. Bessie's favorite word out of the characters M and O is obviously mu. So she wants to turn each of the Q strings into mu using the following operations. Replace either the first or last character with its opposite so that M becomes O and O becomes M, or delete either the first or last character. Unfortunately, Bessie is lazy and does not want to perform more operations than absolutely necessary. For each string, please help her determine the minimum number of operations necessary to form mu, or output -1 if this is not possible. So the input is going to be, the first line is the number of strings, so that's Q. And then the next three lines are going to be the strings with M and O, with each string having at least one character. And then the output is going to be the three lines for each of the three strings given. And let's see, for the first one, MOMMOM, a sequence of 4 operations transforming the first string into mu is as follows. So replace the last character with O, so I'll change this M into O, and then remove the first 3 characters to get mu. And then the second string can't be transformed into mu because changing the first or last character can't change it to mu, and then the third string is already mu, so it'll be 0. Okay, let's start coding now. I'll start by getting the input. So Q is going to be the number on the first line, and then we have to run Q number of times 4 for each of the strings below, and we'll be doing the same operation. So let's start by getting the string S. This is going to be the string of M and O's, and let's start by coding the main now. So I'll start with answer. By the characteristic of mu, you need to have the O in the middle, otherwise we won't be able to get the mu that we need, because we are not allowed to add characters to the string. So we'll start by answer equals 0, and then I'm going to have the answer the number of strings we can keep. So basically for the first one, I will have 2 because we have MO, and then I can subtract that from the total number of characters. So 6 minus 2 is going to be 4. And for the second one, I have to find separately that it's -1. And for the third one, we can keep 3 strings. So 3 minus 3 is going to be 0. So that's how I'm going to solve this, and answer is going to be the number of characters we can keep. So for I in range, I'm going to start from 1 and then go to the last character. And a thing is that I'm going to be looking for the middle O, and then if we have that, then I know that we can have an answer. Oops, I forgot the in here. So I'll start by checking that the character is O, which is what we're looking for. So we hope that this O is the middle O. So I'm going to say the character before it, if it's M, and the character after it is O, so that means the mu is already in the string. And then the answer is going to be 3 because we can keep 3 of the characters in the string, and then we just have to remove all the other ones. And then if, let's say, it's the character before is M or the character after it is O, either or, we can keep 2, right? But we have to make sure that we don't have a mu already in the string. So I'm going to check. I'm going to take the maximum of answer and 2. And then if neither of these are true, we can still keep the middle O. So I'm going to have answer is maximum of answer and 1. So that's basically it. And then I'm going to take the output here. If not answer, so if answer is 0, I'm going to print -1. And then if not, if there's an answer value, then I'm going to print the length of s minus answer. So basically, if the length of the string is less than 3, it will not go into the for loop, and then it'll be automatically printing -1. So let's try with the sample input here. So 4, -1, 0. So we got that, and then I'll make this Python 3, and let's submit it. And there. I hope this helped, and thank you for watching. Bye!